Right, YouTubers, and today I'm going to show you how one character can pass this object to another character. Okay, so I've got my two characters here. One is Hilda's and one is Huda. Okay, and I've got this object into separate layer. As you can see, it is in here and been created by ChatGPT. GPT. So I'm gonna call it lolly. Okay, so now what we need to do in order to make character A passing this object to character B, we need first to duplicate the object. Okay, so I've duplicated this. Okay, let's write it lolly1, and then the next one we will call it lolly2. Okay, so we've got two objects now, 1 and 2. Now we're gonna give each object to each character. So this one is gonna be for character A, and then the next object it's gonna be for character B. Okay, we need to drag each object. So for example, this one for the character which is object number 2, I'm gonna drag it inside here, and then this one I'm gonna drag it on here. Okay, let's bring it slightly up, maybe somewhere around here. Okay, so this one is going to be here, and then the other one we are going to bring this somewhere around here. Okay, now we need to create a bond for that object, for each object. So I'm going to start with Hilda here, and click here, deselect everything. Oh yeah, we can select this bond, the hand bond. Okay, and create another bond out of it, and this bond we are going to bind the object. So you can see there's a bond here. I'm gonna zoom out, zoom. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to find that object which is here, and then I'm going to bind that object with this bond. So the new bond which we have created, we have bound the lollipop. I'm gonna do the same to character number 2. I'm gonna find this object which is here, and then now I need to click this bond, okay, and create another bond. Okay, so create another bond, and then this bond is going to be parented with the hand. I'm gonna check if, yeah, so it is correctly parented here once I click parent here. Okay, so now I'm going to bind this object, which is this one, into that bond. Okay, so click here, bind, and then bind. So now let's manipulate this. You can see when we manipulate, it moves. Same for Hilda. When we manipulate, the object moves. Okay, so now we have got two objects, all they are bound. Now, since this character, it's going to pass this lollipop to that character, then I will need to make this layer invisible. So I will click lollipop from Hilda and invisible. So I'm going to remove the tick from visible here. And now let's start animating now. So I'm going, for example, in frame 6, and then I'm going to animate Hilda as if she move, and possible even moving the eyes just like this. They look at each other. So she was looking up, now she's looking just like that. And then I will animate the other one as well. So with this one, I'll just animate hand just like this. Okay. So in frame 12, Hilda is gonna move her hand to receive the object now. Now, once we are in this frame here, then we need to click this object, double click, and make it invisible. Okay. At the same time, we need to go to Hilda and make this object visible. Okay. Now, when we go back here, we can see that it goes there, it goes there, and goes there. Okay. So there's one more things here. So for example, if you want to make sure that everything's aligned perfect, in that situation, you can enable onion skin. So enable onion skin will make the other objects, this object, to be visible. Okay. The other way, just make all the object visible and then align them perfect. So you can see we've got the onion skin here, the object is here. You can clearly see here. Yeah, so the object is definitely in here. Okay, so let's make both these visible to align them clearly. So now I can see this needs to be somewhere here. Okay, so we have aligned them correctly. And then in frame 12, Hilda is going to move back with the object and take the object with her. Okay, so let's play. So I hope you have enjoyed this tutorial, and if you did, so don't forget to subscribe, like and share. So remember, for layer binding to work, the object layer must be inside the same bone layer that owns the hand bone. So if character A and character B, separate bone layers, you cannot have one single object layer outside both and bind it back and forth. Moho doesn't allow that. So that gives us two practical options. The option one, two copies of the object, which is the way I have shown you in this video. I have not shown you the option B. The option B, it will be like both characters to be on the same bone. So in that situation, you will be able to pass the object easily. Okay. So with this tutorial, you just need to create two identical object layer. Object A inside character A, and object B inside the character B bone layer. Then bind each to the correct hand bone. So object A, you're gonna bind it with the hand bone, and object B, you're gonna bind it to the B hands bone. Now, to animate it, as we have shown you, what you need to do, so the object which you are going to pass to another character should be visible. So in that situation, you don't need to do anything with this. But the object B, which the receiver, it has to be invisible. That means you need to double click that object layer and then make it invisible. And then when you reach that frame, for example 6, 12, or any frame which you are going to pass that object to from character A to B, then you're gonna turn off visibility from the first object, the character who is going to give that object to character B, and then you're gonna turn on the visibility to character B, and that's it. So I hope you enjoy this. Please don't forget to subscribe, and if you've got any question, just put it in a comment box and I'll be happy to answer. And if there's any video you want me to do, so just let me know and then I will do that. Thank you so much.